Hello there and welcome back. In this video we are going to take a look at a special class and we are going to call this validating.py. So the idea is to create a class which is able to validate values, and technically what we would like to do is to create our base class. So let's call it validator, and this validator class is going to have a single class method. So class method, and we are going to call this check. So once we have this class method, we are going to pass an argument and we are going to return a value. So now we can build subclasses onto this class, and we call this typed, and it's based on validator, and we will have an expected type which will come from an object. So it will be either integer, float, and so on. And we will have our class method defined the following way. So we have the CLS argument and the value, and if not is instance value and CLS expected type, then we are going to raise a type error, and we say that the expected type is, and curly braces, expected type. So otherwise we will return the super check and value. So now that we have this out of the picture, what we can do is to create, for example, an integer class, and we say that this is a typed class, and the expected type is going to be int. Or we can create the string class where the expected type is str. Or we can create the float class where the expected type is expanded. Okay, let's fix it. Cool. So now if I go ahead and save it, and let's just provide the float here. So now if I save it and navigate to the appropriate directory and open up a Python shell, I can say that from validating, I would like to import star. So how do we use it? Basically, what we can do is to create, for example, an add function. And we say that it is supposed to be an integer check x and integer check y. And we return x plus y. So if I call add on 1 and 2, I can see it's 3. But if I call it on 1 and 2, you can see that this is the error that we see. So it's an unsupported type 4 and so on. And we can further improve our classes. So basically we could create a positive class based on validator, and we say that it has a class method, and the check is going to be defined the following way. If the value is less than 0, then we raise a value error, and we say that the value should be positive. Otherwise, we return the supers check call on the value. Cool. Or we could create another class which is non-empty based on validator, and this has a class method, and the check is going to look like this. So if not value, then we raise the value error, and the string should not be empty. Or rather, just the value should not be empty. Otherwise, we return the super check on the value. All right, let's take it for a test drive. So let me reopen my terminal, and from validating import star, and I say that C should be positive and check 10. And now I have the C as 10, but if I provide the -10, you can see I have my error. Or the C should be non-empty, and I say that this is cool, and the sorry, let's call the check. So the C has that this is cool, and if I provide an empty string, I have the value error, and if I provide an empty list, it is also going to throw us the value error. So in this video, this was all I wanted to show you. See you in the next one.